There needs to be more entities like this that are out there. If there aren't more places doing it, then it's shame on them. So I did 21 years in the Army. I was in the infantry basically that entire time. Served in a variety of different positions, everything from the regular infantry, boots on the ground kind of guy, to being a recruiter, leadership academy instructor. Was on a transition team working in Afghanistan, assisting the Afghan National Army and the host nation mentor units that were training them. Worked at the U.S. Embassy in Helsinki, Finland. Back to a regular infantry unit, going back to Afghanistan again, and then finished out my time as a senior drill sergeant at Fort Benning, Georgia. The skills from the military that helped me out, the adaptability, the leadership skills, the coaching and mentoring pieces, those are all certain skills that I brought out that I think have really helped me move forward since I left the military 4 years ago. And it's something that I continue to use to this day, working with people and working with anybody, just trying to help them become a better version of themselves, whether it's an individual or an organization. I always came out with the mindset of, hey, I want you to be better than when I first met you. So my company right now is Suting Green Consulting, much like the suit that people wear, and it kind of corresponds to that veteran population where military members are so used to wearing green uniforms of some shade of green. So wanting them to come out and put on a suit and go into corporate America. What I do is I work with companies to help them improve their hiring processes, show them that by hiring veterans, they're going to increase their return on investment. I help them translate that military experience that I saw as a knowledge gap with those companies before. I knew there were some very basic things that I needed to have. I knew I needed to have the name registered with Sunbiz here in Florida, so I did that. I knew I needed to have a tax identification number, so I did that. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to market myself. I'm gonna have to find a way to get out there and get my name out there to companies and to people, but I didn't know exactly how to do that either. Coming into VEI, it helped me understand that. I knew, okay, I need to have a business model to develop a business plan. How does that all play into building a company? So these were things that I kind of had an inkling I needed to know about, but I didn't know how to do that or where to go about it. And coming into VEI, it made those things more clear to me so that I was able to go forward and say, yes, I get it. For fellow veterans wanting to get into entrepreneurship, the biggest question you should be asking yourself is, what problems do you want to solve by becoming an entrepreneur? Don't try to figure out what you want to be when you grow up. Try to figure out what problems you want to solve. That is going to really help you define whether or not entrepreneurship is going to be right for you. And then find an organization like VEI, because it's great to have a concept. It's awesome. You can be out there wanting to have a company that does in-flight missile repair all day long, but if you don't know how to take that concept to actual reality, all it is going to be a concept, and it's going to sit there in the back of your head in a closet, and it's just going to be festering, and it's going to drive you nuts. But work with VEI, you understand how to take that concept and actually build up around it so that you can make that a reality, and you get introduced to people that are going to help you along the way. And they're there constantly as a reach back to say, okay, I may have gone through the program, but if I've got questions, I can come back and ask these questions and get those answers from the people that are there. And now if you're out there trying to figure out, you're not happy with what you're doing, well, what problems do you want to solve? And that's where entrepreneurship can really come into play. And VEI definitely helped me out with that, because I had an idea of what I wanted to solve. Going through VEI really helped me define that more and build around that. So yeah, absolutely, VEI was phenomenal.